then, this is a quick walk around video, and I apologise, it's on a very windy day, but I've got to get them done. This is an absolutely lovely CR-V, packed with optional extras. As you can see here, it's a 1.6 SR diesel. It's got the exterior styling pack, which I always think is called the Urban, but it might not be. There's another one that they call it as well. Basically, you get the front and rear deeper bumpers, and these are the bigger ones. Also, high level rear spoiler, side steps, and on top of which it's got the optional sat-nav model from the EX model with a bigger parking area. So there are thousands spent on this thing. 63,000 miles, lovely condition. I'll check the mileage because I'm now doubting myself, but we'll check that when we get in. Front of the car, lights and lenses are clear and intact. No cracks, no condensation. Bonnet, very, very good. Any stone chips are very minor. Near side, passenger side, lovely and smooth in the panel work. Apologise for the splash marks of mud on the wheels, but as I said, it's approaching this time of year, and the winter we've had, mud, rain, it's all there. Rear 3/4 angle looks fantastic on these with the kits. It's my favourite angle for the cars. It's such a striking looking car. Offside of the car, driver's side, again, lovely and smooth down the panels. Kept in really fantastic condition, certainly for a 9-year-old car. Any marks on it are very, very minor indeed. Coming to the back now, cavernous boot on the CR-V, easy fold rear seats, really nicely done. Coming to the back, it's lovely Alcantara and leather interior, and unlike a lot of CR-Vs which are normally very heavily used in the back where the kids are, this one's being treated really gently. Coming on the front, again, really clean and tidy. Finally, on the driver's side, again, really clean. Footwell area is really nice. Driver's seat again, only marginal sort of wear as you slide in and out, but generally better than most, you'll see. Inside the car now, engine's running, so the dash can be seen illuminated. Lovely interior in fantastic condition. Sat nav, you can see there, the optional one. Really nice system actually, all working perfectly. Likewise, rear parking camera, which complements the front and rear parking sensors. Ordinarily you get a much smaller camera up where the clock is there, so it is a nice feature on this car. Coming down, just been kept absolutely beautifully. In the binnacle, 63,750 miles, so I was right, which is a rarity. But really fabulous order. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 1.6 SR diesel. The car is registered WN15XNP, and mileage at the start of the road test video is 63,750 miles. The reason for all of our videos, as I say in each and every one, is very simple. It's to ensure that if anyone's looking at any of the cars in our adverts, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. And the reason we feel it's important is fairly obvious. It's because loads of people we've been to see cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out it's got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful Black Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and hope is of course it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if you went on a test drive. So coming to the car, twist the key, engine starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. The engines are superb, brilliant diesel engines, fantastic fuel economy. Being a Honda with just good regular maintenance, they go on for very, very high mileages, very reliably. Cam chain driven, so there's no cam belts to worry about on them at all. But more than that, in my opinion, it's just a lovely engine to use day in, day out. You're only really aware that it's a diesel particularly at sort of very low revs or very low gears, because even Honda can't engineer out combustion and the sound of it. But on the move, it's smooth, it's quiet, and it picks up. It really does. Fourth gear uphill there, and it picks up speed very, very well indeed. There's plenty of power. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, absolutely perfect. Bike point's exactly where it's meant to be, and it's nice and smooth in operation. Gearbox, as I always say, it's a lesson to other manufacturers in just how to do these things. Too often, manufacturers of SUVs, or have done for years, seem to think that your gear change should be akin to a commercial van, and yet this would go into most other manufacturers' sports cars. It's that good. First of all, positioning the gear lever, hand falls very naturally to it. The angular plane of change, perfect. But when you do change gear, you're met with this lovely, crisp, short, snappy, beautifully resolved gear change. It is absolutely superb, and it feels exactly as it would have done when it was new, because they just don't seem to show any wear at all. Incredibly tough gearboxes. So coming on to the steering and chassis of the car, steering on the CR-Vs has always been very nicely judged. Honda were way ahead of the game with all of these things, so they made it feel and drive very car-like. Steering is precise, it's accurate, it's nicely weighted, so it's got plenty of feel in terms of there's no nervousness to it. It doesn't get squirmy in your hands, but it works beautifully with the chassis. Also, by the way, tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed up to the legal limit actually. But the chassis, because ultimately all chassis design is a compromise. If you want something that's going to go through corners dead flat, handle beautifully, you can end up with something very hard riding. If you want something incredibly comfortable, it'll lollop about through the corners, so it has to be a compromise. But they hit a really sweet spot with the CR-V. The ride is very compliant, very well judged, but it still allows for brilliant body control through the corners. You get very little motion when you go through the corners. It just sits, stays, and glides the corners very, very capably. Because comfort is a really subjective thing. Being very smooth on the straight ahead is one thing, but when you go through corners and it's got lots of motion, it can be really nauseating, especially for rear seat passengers. My kids are prone to car sickness, and they don't get car sick in the CR-Vs, so it's they've obviously got it well under control. Suspension, by the way, also absolutely no clonks, rattles, nothing from underneath the car, all in very, very fine order there. Brakes also powerful, no pulsing, no vibrations, again, so all in fine order. All these things are going to be checked as a matter of course by the MOT test station, which is done independently of us, so if anything needs tending to, it will be. Not that I'm expecting anything, in all honesty. And then finally coming inside, first things first, they are beautifully put together cars. Build quality is superb, and real build quality over the duration, not just to make it feel nice for road testers when they're brand new. Honda know their market, they know these are going to be heavily used, so they make it durable, tough. They have some harder plastics, but they're good hard plastics. They're ones that are resilient, ones that are easily cleaned, shaped, so they can be kept nicely. Too many cars have sort of lots of little nooks and crannies where they can look grubby and dirty really quickly, but the Honda do think about these things. The other thing you notice when you get in is the visibility, which is superb in the car. All around, you've got these huge wing mirrors, which obviously help with lane changes on roads and motorways, but also reversing, and a very low dash line as well, so you can actually see the bottom of the car, which is a minor miracle on a modern vehicle. As I mentioned in the advert and the walk around video, this has got the optional sat nav, all working perfectly in the car. Like the rest of the dash, very simple and easy to use. Down below that, you've got a dual zone climate control system, which pumps out absolutely ice cold air, by the way. All of the switch gear, whatever you turn, press, or otherwise, has a beautifully manufactured, high quality feel to it, which Honda have done for years. I mean, and they're designed to last for donkey years and feel like that as well. Heated seats again, all functioning exactly as they should. And then in front of me, dash binnacle, simple white on black dials, minimalist, which is fantastic, and you just look at the information, take it in, all done. And then finally you've got this lovely leather bound steering wheel, which like the rest of it has been kept in very, very, very nice condition in here. This is a really lovely car. Can't fault it driving it in any way.